It is the 21st of June 2020, and yes, you guessed right, it is Father's Day. I feel pretty excited being a father as well to rejoin you on this platform this evening. Our message as the Zimbabwe Republic Police is loud and clear. Crime does not pay. As such, let us unite to fight this cancer from within our communities. Welcome to Crime Watch. I'm Elliot Kudzai Ganyani. As the COVID-19 pandemic continues to ravage the African continent, police chiefs from Southern Africa have since gone virtual. One such online conference was held last week, marking an historic 25th Southern African Regional Police Chiefs Cooperation Organization annual general meeting. Present at the virtual meeting was the Minister of Home Affairs and Cultural Heritage, Honorable Kazembe Kazembe, Secretary General Interpol, Dr. Jurgen Stock, Executive Secretary SADC Secretariat, Dr. Stegomane Lawrence, as well as police chiefs from SAPCO member countries that include South Africa, the Seychelles, Madagascar, Malawi, Botswana, Tanzania, and Zambia, among other countries. The chairperson of SAPCO, Commissioner General of Police Tandabantu Godwin Matanga, gave the opening remarks on this historic virtual meeting.
I feel greatly honored to address this august gathering, the SAPCO annual general meeting, which for the first time is being held through a virtual platform. We derive strength in our ability as people not to buckle under the weight of life challenges, but rather persevere and innovate. In this regard, I heartily welcome you all. We converge on this technological platform to deliberate and confront a plethora of challenges on the policing terrain. Allow me to heartily welcome our esteemed guest of honor, the Minister of Home Affairs and Cultural Heritage for the Republic of Zimbabwe, Honorable Kazembe Kazembe.
As part of frontline staff, police have been called upon to enforce a number of measures aimed at limiting the spread of the virus, while at the same time preventing and fighting crime. This has never been an easy task. But we thank you for your unshakable response to the call of duty which has helped save many lives and kept many communities safe. Let me therefore take this opportunity to salute our police officers who, like their other peers on the front line, stand in harm's way each day.
Meanwhile, the Secretary General Interpol, Dr. Jurgen Stock, had this to say.
The organization's capabilities and its regional bureau in Harare will stand ready to assist in their operational implementation together with the chiefs of the region. It is with this spirit in mind that Interpol continue to support SADC regional and inter-regional police initiatives in the past year. Operation Usalama 6 took place in August 2019 and brought together police officers from the SAPCO and the APCO region to target transnational crimes, namely human, drugs, arms trafficking, people smuggling, terrorism, car theft, and environmental crime.
Executive Secretary, SADC Secretariat, Dr. Lawrence Stegomane, reiterated on the importance of countering the challenges being posed by COVID-19 in order to keep policing structures in shape.
The COVID-19 pandemic has not only brought about political and socio-economic challenges worldwide, but has also resulted in unprecedented and unique challenges to policing that require innovative and contemporary harmonized strategies. The rising crime rates, specifically in cybercrime, gender-based violence, and the escalation of counterfeit medical supplies and personnel protective equipment are of particular concern.
Meanwhile, the Zimbabwe Republic Police would like to remind members of the public that the nation is still under level 2 lockdown. As such, all citizens are expected to adhere to the lockdown regulations at all times. Police will continue to arrest lawbreakers, and it is saddening that by the 16th of June 2020, a total of 69,563 people had been apprehended for offences related to violations of lockdown regulations. Let us be responsible and law-abiding citizens so that together we can fight the common enemy, COVID-19. We now move on to arrests by the police across the country, where we start on a rather disturbing note following the arrest of a 19-year-old Bulawayo man, Tawana Ngwenya, for murder. The victim, a 25-year-old woman, was killed in cold blood in Machemtlope suburb in Bulawayo. Crime Watch followed this story to find out what drove this young man to commit such a heinous crime. Please be advised that some of the visuals in this story are not suitable for people of a nervous disposition.
A 200-liter drum was found in the deceased's bedroom, charged with a decomposing dead body. The informant identified the dead body as that of a 25-year-old Tabelo Mazolo. Also found at the scene were blood-stained clothes belonging to the deceased and one Tawana Ngwenya, who is the informant's son, who was nowhere to be seen during the scene attendance. This made the detectives to have interest in interviewing Tawana Ngwenya, who was said to have gone to Harare. So our counterparts in Harare reacted swiftly and accounted for Tawana Ngwenya. He was interviewed on arrest and confessed having killed the now deceased.
Shockingly, police later discovered that the reason for the murder was simply to steal money from the victim, Tabelo Mazolo. The suspect intended to send the money to a herbalist who has adverts on the Facebook social media platform. The herbalist promised instant multiplication of the money upon depositing a certain amount into a given account.
All in all, the accused person stole $400. $100 was used to pay the herbalist. Then part of the money was used to buy this bag, which was supposed to be filled with money in 4 days. Then the other part was used to buy the 200-liter drum and 25 kgs of hydrochloric acid, which were meant to dissolve the deceased's body in a way to conceal the offense. Unfortunately for Tawana, this bag could not be filled with money. The herbalist required $1,600 to exercise him so that the money will appear in 4 hours. Then, on seeing that he didn't have the money, the accused person had no other option but to run away.
Crime Watch also caught up with the deceased's auntie, who had this to say.
Njengo-anti kaThabelo mina ngisho ubuhlungu ngokulahlekelwa esikwenziwe nguThabelo ebulawa nje engelacala alenzileyo.
It is quite a sad story indeed, as the police will urge members of the public to value the sanctity of human life. We also encourage parents to teach their children on the importance of hard working, as opposed to being lured by fake adverts, mostly on social media platforms, that promise quick money or overnight riches. On that sad note, we take a short break. Join us in the second segment. It is the second segment of Crime Watch, and thank you for staying tuned. Police in Chief, Mashonaland East Province, are looking for information that may help in finding the mother or relatives of a young boy who is estimated to be around 3 years, who was found deserted at Chivu Prison's garden in Chivu. The little boy, who is dark brown in complexion and medium build, was found wearing a floral light blue bottom, a red fleece jacket with black sleeves, a black woolen hat, and red turkeys. Also found with him was a brown Changani bag containing his clothes. The child says he was left by his mother, who never returned, and says that his name is Takunda. We are calling upon anyone with information that may help in reuniting this little boy with his mother or relatives to contact any nearest police station, or preferably call ZRP Chivu on 0542 122 414. Moving on, The Criminal Investigations Department, Drugs and Narcotics, have unearthed an Epworth-based 3-member gang in Harare who were involved in the procurement and wholesaling of marijuana, also known as dacha. The arrest led to the recovery of loads of this banned substance. Let us hear Detective Constable Netikundi Zeza speak.
Information was picked that a family was dealing in drugs and playing wholesale for daga to other illicit drug peddlers in Epworth. A crack team was dispatched to Epworth and did surveillance for about 2 weeks. The team identified 3 accused persons, the place where the drugs were being sold, and also where the drugs were being stored. They waited for the accused persons to receive a consignment. When they received a consignment, we raided the place of sale and storage, and we managed to seize a contraband of about 90 kgs of daga. The 3 accused persons will soon appear in court at Harare Magistrate Courts for contravening Section 156 of the Criminal Law Codification and Reform Act, Chapter 9.23. It is important to note that daga can act either as a stimulant, a depressant, or a hallucinogen, depending on the quantity that one would have taken. It affects the health of the person, and please note, this is not good to our health. We urge members of the public to desist from illegal drug peddling and drug abuse. This will affect us and the future of the country. We believe that members of the public are the ears and the eyes of the police. Therefore, we encourage members of the public that if they have any information on drug abuse or illicit drug peddling, please notify any police station near you. And to those who are involved in illicit drug peddling, be warned, we're coming after you.
Police are concerned with companies that employ workers to perform duties without requisite certification, such as medical certificates, among others. In a recent case, police pounced on one such company, which is in the production of liquor in Waterfalls, Harare. Detective Sergeant Tendai Muchengi, also of CID Drugs and Narcotics, takes us through this development.
We are concerned with the proliferation of illicit brews in the market. This is common in the high-density suburbs. We traced back one of the products to the manufacturer in Waterfalls. At the premises, we discovered that the liquor was produced in unsanitary conditions. The premises were not inspected by environmental health services prior to the commencement of production. The workers were not medically certified to handle food. The entire process does not conform to the law that regulates manufacture and handling of food and beverages. 200 cases containing 30 units each were seized and accused arrested. Accused will soon appear in court. Members of the public are encouraged to shun illicit brews because of the illicit ways they are manufactured. There is high potential health risk associated with these unhygienic brews.
In a similar case, police in Bulawayo also recovered various brands of liquor and illegal substances during an operation which was meant to weed out illegal selling of liquor.
So sasesibona ukuthi ngothi siyenze random nje sibona ukuthi abantu bayenza njani bakudla njani ama drugs. Sesibona lokuthi abantu siwo bathatha advantage yakho nokuthi sagcizelela saqinisa ioperation yethu lezi saqina sesibamba amagabhalo amabhodlela ewabona wonke lawo ahlanganisa i-double punch okunye kuthiwa yimarula angwona abe 1220 amagabha lawo. Kwaloko okwenzakaleyo sixwayisa uzulu ukuthi bangaphonga ukuthenga izinto abangazaziyo ngoba zizabalimaza umzimba wabo. Sikhulume kakhulu ngaloko kuthiwa ibronchi okuvelele eSouth Africa. Kule codeine eningi kakhulu ephambanisa abantu ukuthi abanye abantu bagcine bengatholi inzalo, abanye bagcina sokubalimaza umzimba, okunye kwenza ukuthi bagcine besifa ekugcineni kwakhona. Bese sibuya futhi kulo abadithi ngama-double punch okuvelela futhi kumamanye amazwe aseduzane lethu ukuthi kakulunganga ukuthi banathe ngoba liyabona ukuthi kubhalwe 43% lapha utshwala obuphakathi lapha but khona ngokwako akuthestwanga kuzinto lokho. Kungaba lo tshwala obuningi kakhulu ukuthi uyakwanisa ukuyafika 100%. So ngendlela abantu abakubanatha bedwe ngayo bathola abantu abaningi sebelimele bemankobokobo ngetshwala obunje kungasuthi kuphela kwabo emankobo kuphelile bazabotshwa futhi bengabotshwa imuli zabo sezizadubeka zithwele nzima ngoba nathi utshwala obungalunganga obungekho emthethweni.
Do not move an inch. We'll be back in a moment. We are now in the third and final segment, and thank you for staying with us. Traffic congestions can be avoided if motorists can exercise courtesy and consideration whenever they are behind the steering wheel. The Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe takes us through this subject.
This intersection along Highland, congestion is very high every day, every evening. We want to emphasize common sense driving. Common sense driving is not given in the highway code. Panapa varongopinda vachipinza mhino vachivharana vazhinji vaitwa madriver emakombi amene zvakaita iye zvinozvi during indefinite lockdown hapana kana kombi apa pana private cars ega ega businessmen, respected members of society but by intersection respect hapana. There is no single file driving, there is no coordination. Which car goes first? Ndo zvega zvinenge zvichishota. Ukaona panapa zvadai ndo paya patinoti chikuru chiri kuitika apa hakuzi kufunga, vanhu varongofema. Kuitwa that theme yedu ndeyekuti chikuru kufunga kwete kufema. So tarisai moni zvadziri kuita apa dzobva dzaloka kudai, it takes about 3 to 4 hours to make sure that this intersection has been decongested. We go straight through flyover airport. This is the same situation. So our appeal is, what is happened to our thinking as drivers? Yes, we know the rules of the book. We know the highway code speaks about congestion at intersections, and there are laws governing how drivers must do so. This has become a traffic jungle. So I am appealing to every driver who passes and uses this road that is not a kufunga kuti imimbopinda evo iya inonzi courtesy and consideration. It is all for stop, and then they try to give each other a chance. No one is being given a chance here. This then generates what we call road rage. Kushautana, kutukana, zimwe dzatorovana mota dzatokuvadzana. So we are incurring extra costs. Patience, tolerance, consideration, coordination, thinking, and concentration, ubuntu is required if we are going to decongest our intersections. Isuwana mu Zimbabwe, it's not literacy rate yedu is one of the highest in the region, in Africa and throughout the world. But that literacy rate is at the paper level. In terms of the behavior that you see our drivers displaying by intersection, you then realize that there is a special type of literacy that we must have. That literacy of understanding construction of reality. Tichifamba mu road sizes. Zvinokana vodhumana mota dzoloka kudai ko literacy rate wedu we are huri papi. We have just witnessed the arrival of an ambulance, and the ambulance is on siren, on an emergency. This is COVID-19 season, the new normal. They want to have the patient attended to as swiftly, as quickly as possible. This is very impossible. The intersection is locked up. This is what we are talking about. Development is supposed to begin with the mindset, with our thinking. So, murwere arimo, anoshika pakuzofa. No one is going to give them way. Yes, if we need a sustainable plan, there might have to be what we call the traffic lights. But sometimes the traffic lights are not working. We still want common sense driving amongst our drivers. This is our story. It must be taken by the drivers.
Police in Mutare have arrested some people after they connived to defraud a Mutare company of an assortment of goods through, among other means, forging documents as well as presenting themselves as employees of a transport company.
A report of fraud was received at Mutare Central, in which the accused persons had misrepresented to Mega Market Mutare that they operate a registered transport company in the name of New Travel Logistics, but in actual fact, the company never existed. Mega Market, acting in the misrepresentation, then gave the accused person a 30-ton truck loaded with groceries worth $2 million, which were supposed to be delivered to N. Richards Kwekwe and N. Richards Kadom. The accused persons then disappeared with the truck and the goods in Harare. We tracked the accused persons to Harare. We arrested the first accused person in Zengeza 1 and recovered part of the goods at his house. The accused person led us to the other accused persons and the recovery of the other groceries. 2 of the accused persons were remanded in custody to 26 June 2020. The other accused person was remanded out of custody on 5,000 bail.
Muno Mutare Central District chiri kurisiva zvizhinji macases ema frauds. Kune vari kuita basa rekubika mapepa. vachinyepa kuti vane macompanies iye asina kana company zviri zvake zvechitsotsi vachizama kuda kubira vanhu vane mabusiness fanika vemasemendi vanenge vachida kutakurirwa masemendi vanozouya munoona masemendi aya haana kusvika. Recently kune vakabva kuHarare nerori vakauya vakatora grocery 30 ton. Ndiri kuyambira zvikuru vana muzvina business kuti tingwarire kuti kune vanoshandisa mapepa efake, vanoshandisa motikari yavanopisa manumber plate voisa manumber plate efake. Saka ngatizozivai wekupa zvinhu zvedu wekuti atitakurire zvinhu zvedu zvemabusiness tisangoti wese.
In committing this crime, the Mutare company was deprived of goods worth over 2 million Zimbabwean dollars, and police has since recovered over 800,000 worth of goods. Police are still carrying out investigations to account for the remaining fugitives as well as the outstanding goods. We now move on to people who are on the police wanted list. Anyway, Tarungarira, aged 40, of house number VE103 Vengere, Rusape, is being sought by Rusape Central Police for a fraud case. In another case in Marsh West, Bawen Mutono, aged 30, of Mpuriwa village, Chief Chirau Zwimba, is wanted by ZRP Zwimba for unlawful entry into premises and theft cases. Mutawatawa police in Mashonaland East Province are also looking for Betha Chingwaru, aged 23, of Mungando village, Chief Nyajina Uzumba, for cases of unlawful entry into premises and theft. Lastly, in yet other cases of unlawful entry into premises and theft, Victoria Falls police are looking for Big Boy Ndlovu, aged 26, of number 1023 Chinotimba, Victoria Falls. A series of unlawful entry into premises and theft cases there. Anyone with information that may help in the location of any of these wanted persons should contact any nearest police establishment. Now the following are the contact details that you can get in touch with us should you have anything that may interest us. Our National Complaints Desk number is 0242 703 631. Visit us on our website www.zrp.gov.zw. Link with us on our email feedback@zrp.gov.zw. You can also get in touch with us through our Twitter handle @PoliceZimbabwe, or like us on our Facebook page Zimbabwe Republic Police. Be reminded that all Crime Watch episodes are accessible on YouTube channel Zimbabwe Republic Police. As I sign out, we urge members of the public to stick to government recommendations of maintaining social distancing at all times, repeated washing of hands with soap and running water, or alternatively make use of sanitizers. We also encourage you to travel only when it is really necessary, as well as to religiously wear masks whenever we have to go outside of our homes. And even during this COVID-19 period, remember to show some love to a father. Yes, it is Father's Day. And also remember to take care of your loved ones and each other. Until we meet again next time, be blessed.